Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Schwieters. First on Fox, the La Crosse County voters could see a question about legalizing marijuana in the state on the ballot in November. Fox First News at 9's Zach Perlutsky tells us what could happen if the question does appear and what it could mean for the future.
Come November, La Crosse County residents could be able to voice their opinion on a topic that has been burning throughout the country. The La Crosse County Executive Committee is considering putting an advisory referendum on legalizing marijuana in Wisconsin on the ballot.
Well, I think the legislature should know exactly what the people in La Crosse do think, and I would hope that, people in Madison would take the will of the people in La Crosse County and in other counties into consideration when they're crafting legislation.
An advisory referendum is non-binding and is essentially an opinion poll that would be sent to the legislature in Madison. As of right now, the referendum would ask La Crosse County voters to vote on full legalization of marijuana, which some say would be a step further than they would like.
A full legalization, we run into more issues. It's not as dangerous as some of the more hard drugs we have in our country, but there are consequences to having recreational drugs available.
La Crosse County Board's second Vice Chair Doug Weidenbach says the response to legalizing marijuana around the county has been mostly positive.
We estimate somewhere in the range of about $150 to $200 million in taxes could be raised if Wisconsin legalized marijuana, and certainly there are some other things that we could use that money for, specifically on infrastructure, roads, education, health care.
But says there are some challenges and downsides to legalizing the drug.
There were some other opinions that were also voiced about, how do we enforce this? Law enforcement has a very difficult time telling if somebody is actually impaired by marijuana. It's very hard for them to tell.
Weidenbach says there are several other counties in Wisconsin with similar referendums going on their November ballots. The advisory referendum will be brought to the full county board next month. In La Crosse, Zach Perlutsky, Fox First News at 9.